Yo! Pastor Paz here again. I wanted to talk about something real quick. It's an issue that could affect us all, and it's real quick. It's Hillary's seizure. And you can look this up. Hillary had a seizure the other day while talking to reporters. Now, they try to play it off like it wasn't a seizure, but it was an obvious seizure. If you've ever seen one, look it up. Look on YouTube, look for grand mal seizures or just seizures in general and how people adapt to them. And then go online and watch the video of Hillary's seizure when she was talking to these guys. It looked like she was laughing hysterically and bobbing her head back. She had no control at that point. And what we're going to discuss real quick, what her health problems could be. See, I'm already doing this is a stutter too. What her problems could be, health-wise, and why maybe that Bernie Sanders, maybe the real reason that he didn't get out, didn't give up till now, was because he knew she had medical problems. Maybe it wasn't because of the FBI investigation. Maybe it was because he knows that she has medical problems and thought it would come out. And now it has come out. And now we've got to wonder what's going on. Now, there's some rumors about Hillary, and I want to talk about first other presidents who were in office who had medical issues and that were hidden from the public or just weren't talked about a whole lot. Let's start with Franklin Roosevelt. We all know Franklin Roosevelt. He was in a wheelchair. He had suffered complications because of polio and hid from the people for a long time by having his legs propped so he could stand up straight. Or he would lean against something so people wouldn't notice. Finally, they put him in a wheelchair, and he still was president. JFK had Addison's disease. Look that up. Ronald Reagan, he had all kinds of medical problems they just didn't talk about. He had prostate stones. He had TMJ, which is a jaw issue. You need to look that up because a lot of complications with TMJ. And he had Alzheimer's. He had Alzheimer's probably when he got into office. But they tried to play it off till he was older. If you've heard the stories that his wife actually ran the country, no. The people behind him actually ran the country, and that's why we're in the problems we are now, because it was the people behind him, his cabinet, and then the Republican Party that caused the problems. George H.W. Bush, he had Graves' disease. Did you know that? Yeah, Graves' disease. Let's see. Dwight D. Eisenhower. He had a stroke while in office. Yeah, heart issues while he's in office. And he had Crohn's disease. Did you not know that? Yeah, that's right. Crohn's disease. So, things have been hidden from people, from all of us. But it's not as easy to do these days. And we really need somebody who is in good health, especially now. And we don't want somebody who has seizures, because a seizure can lead to a stroke. And that's definitely a problem, because if the seizures are brought on by issues of pressure under extreme conditions, if you have to make a decision and it is too stressful, it causes anxiety, it can cause seizures, which can cause a stroke, which can cause heart failure. That's not a good thing. And we're going to talk about her health. Hillary Clinton. She's 68 years old. Not that old to be a president. Kind of old for today's standards. She's a female, and females are more prone to health issues at that age and dealing with them. I can tell you right now, I deal with those. My mother is 68, and man, she has crazy issues. Let's take a look at what we've heard out there. Her BMI is a 30. She's overweight. Okay, she has excessive weight for her frame, which would be okay if she exercised, but she does not exercise. So she is not keeping physically fit. So what that means is that her muscles have to work extra hard, and they are weaker, and they have to support all the extra weight, which is fat. And fat collects all the bad stuff, right? When you burn off fat, your body's doing a whole lot better because the muscles will more efficiently get rid of all the stuff. So right there is a double whammy. She's the only one who you don't see running around being an exercise or having past military experience or is in just good shape and plays basketball or whatever they do. Even though Obama smokes, he's in good shape. So he's better prone to deal with health issues than, say, a woman is 68 overweight. She suffered fainting spells in the past. It's been pretty bad. In 2012, she fainted and suffered a concussion. A concussion. She fell, and she got a concussion. Well, concussions kill. This is in the news. Football players get a concussion, they die, and they have damage, permanent brain damage. So that may be what's happening here, is that she's had damage to her brain, and that is why she's having seizures. It's rumored that she's had many strokes and may have multiple sclerosis. Look that up. Multiple sclerosis. And if she has had many strokes, that's not good. That means that her brain, part of it is damaged. And now she's having issues. She is prone to coughing fits. Now, she had an interview with, I don't remember who it was, but during the interview, she was coughing so badly that she couldn't get air. And the interviewer actually suggested that maybe he or she or whoever it was should give her CPR because she can't breathe. And she was kidding that maybe that the Hillary was taking medical marijuana, that she was smoking medical marijuana, which would make sense if she has seizures or strokes, that by taking medical marijuana, by smoking medical marijuana, it's said to have calmed the system. It helps to calm you so that you don't get excited and that you don't have seizures. So that would make sense if she was, and that could probably get her some support from those people who want to see marijuana legal, and definitely medical marijuana legal all over the world, or all over the country, I should say. And that's cool and all, but the problem is we can't have somebody in office who is having strokes. It just isn't good enough. We can't do that. No strokes. Okay? Sorry, I moved around a little bit. So, if Hillary's having these problems, if she is having an issue with seizures or strokes, she can't be president. We need somebody healthy and strong. We have, again, 300 million people. I know Hillary wants to be the first female president. And there's a lot of people out there that want, especially the women, who want to see a woman president, right? We had our first half-black president. So we're halfway there. And understandable. But there are better qualified, healthier applicants out there that are younger, that could do the job better, who could do the job, period. I'm thinking Hillary, no way. It's not going to happen. So, who's better would be, let's say, Elizabeth Warren. I'm going to keep saying it. Elizabeth Warren should have been the first female president, but she's actually, it's not about being the first female president when it comes to Elizabeth Warren. She is the best applicant for the job. She is the best candidate to run for president at this time in our country's history. But unfortunately, she's not even going to get the VP position, and I hope that she doesn't take any position in the cabinet. She needs to stay in the Senate now, if that's the case. And again, that's why I think Bernie Sanders is just sticking around. He's just, he's got to play the game now due to pressure. We find out that it was pressure within the own party that ousted him. But he gets to do some say-so because people are not backing Hillary. And now with her medical issues, with people seeing that she's got medical issues that definitely could affect her while in her presidency or before, we don't need that, right? It's one thing to be able to hide your issues and make decisions. It's another thing to have to make a decision and while you're signing a paper, have a seizure and fall to the ground, or have a stroke with a heart attack, be rushed off to the hospital. What if that was war? What we were at war? What a wake-up call in the middle of the night? Right? Isn't that the thing? Plus our economy. Who's going to be making those decisions? We expect Hillary to make them, but can Hillary make them? No, somebody else will be doing it behind the scenes. It's a mockery. It's a mockery of our democratic society. People, wake up. Go, ooh, and oh, I'm sorry. We hope for you the best, but we can't have you run as our president. Now, there's plenty of people out there who will still beat Trump, okay? You don't have to pick a woman this time. If you do, I suggest you go beg Elizabeth Warren to run as your candidate. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Look it up. Hillary has a seizure. That is definitely a seizure. That is not a joke. It's not funny. You can see that there's an issue with her closing her eyes and she loses control of her head. That is classic seizure symptoms. Everybody there knew it. Everybody was scared about it. If you're not seeing it, you got some issues of your own. Look it up. Look what happens to other people who have those seizures. Look it up on YouTube. There's plenty of it. Do some background. This is not going to go over well. I promise you. This is Pastor Paz for the Law School Network. Thank you. Bye.